Hey everyone, I'm here with Ted Koltes. We're live. We're going to meet our clients later on, and Ted is going to go through the recap of what he found in the home. We'll see you later.
Hello everybody, Ted Koltes, your favorite home inspector. No, so out here, I just wanted to check out the garage.
Okay.
And he gave me the codes, and what I'm looking for in there, and unit, I want to make sure that the exterior wall has no gaps, penetration. There's no evidence of moisture intrusion into it. There's a good seal at the base of the garage door. The garage door was operational, working the code. Got micro knives right here, so that when I close it, see how it returns. And that's what I want. I want to go through real quick what I'm looking at a condo. When you're dealing with a condo in a multifamily situation like this, there's an association that's going to handle a lot of the outside stuff. They're going to handle the roof, they're going to handle the siding, the sidewalks, the parking lots, windows to a certain extent, depending on how that happened. So there are certain things that we're dealing with in association. And here, though, we're going to start in the living room. And in the living room, I'm testing all the outlets. In here, for example, we had 2 wall switches that powered wall outlets for lamp lighting. There's no ceiling light in here. So because we're dealing with a first-time home buyer here, I want to really not only point out deficiencies, but try to help them understand practically what it's going to be like to live here, understanding where the outlets are powered and so on. Also here in the family room, we've got a fireplace. We've got a wood-burning fireplace with a metal chimney, which we identified outside. I checked the damper, the flue, it's all in working order. I still, unless I see records, recommend getting the fireplace and the chimney cleaned at least once every 3 years, depending on how often we use it. The biggest cause of house fires are chimney fires, and if I don't know the history on the cleaning, that's something that we want to talk about. We've got our thermostat in here. I want to identify that. From here, I was able to power both the furnace and the air conditioner. Speaking of the furnace, in this condo, we've got a furnace closet. And in here, we've got our pane furnace, which was manufactured in 2003. The AC was manufactured in 2012, so it's in looking there that I'm able to identify the year of manufacture so that I can tell the buyer how old it is and when perhaps to even expect having to do a replacement. In the kitchen, there's a lot to look at. I'm running the dishwasher right now. I ran the sink both hot and cold, checked to make sure that there was no leaks, ran the garbage disposal powered by that switch. We've got our kitchen GFCI right here, which is interconnected with that wall outlet over here. These 2 wall outlets are independent. They're not GFCI powered. I saw that we didn't have an anti-tip bracket on our range, which is pretty common, but something that I point out. I'm looking at the flooring. I'm looking for evidence of moisture leaks. I checked all the cupboards and drawers to make sure that they were operational and in good condition, which they were. I'm looking at the tile and the countertops. So that's in the microwave. What I did point out is, since this isn't permanent, I'm going to put on the report, is this microwave to remain with the closet? We're going to continue on a couple hallway closets for operation on the bifold doors. They were in good condition. It leads us to our bathroom. We look and we've got our outlet here, and you say, wow, it's not a GFCI outlet. We need it in the bathroom. But what it is this outlet right here trips. See, right now we have no power. This trips to the master bathroom, which we'll get to in a minute. Same thing in here as in the kitchen. I'm checking for water leaks. I'm running the water. I run the water, flush the toilet, and run the shower all at the same time to check our pressure, make sure we have water pressure. What I did point out here is that this spout here in the bathroom, when I turn it on and direct the water up to the shower head, we're losing a lot of water coming down, so I'm going to recommend that they replace the spout, which will increase our water pressure to our shower head. I'm checking the door to make sure it was operational and closes, which it did. So that's a quick look at the bathroom. Here's our access panel to our bathtub plumbing right out here in the hallway. As we get to our laundry, I'm going to shut these off. We've got an electric dryer right here. Our water supplies to our washing machine. I run all the appliances to make sure they work. We've got a floor drain in here, which is a nice feature. Also in this closet, we've got our water heater. which was manufactured in 2006, 40-gallon ream. We've got gas shutoffs in here. We've got our main service panel, which is a 100-amp main service panel. So I'm checking that. That's all that we had going on in our laundry closet. We get into our master bedroom. I'm checking the windows. Again, we have no ceiling light. So this wall switch powers 2 top wall outlets here on either side of the bed for lamp lighting. Again, first-time home buyers. Just want to help them out. Checking the window here. Nice built-ins here in the closet, but I'm checking them all. They're anti-slam too. So when you close them, they don't slam. Very nice addition to the closets. Checking the main door here. We get into our master bedroom, our bathroom. Love the tile work that was done here in the shower. This right here is the GFCI that is interconnected with our main level bathroom. See how the light went on? Now I've got power again, and so too does that bathroom, and so too does our exterior outlet on our patio on the front side. So I had to identify where that came from, and here's where it is. Everything at the same time. And a couple things in here that I identified. This door doesn't close very well right now. I think I could adjust it with a little bit of force. But the big thing in here that I noticed was that we have a broken seal between the panes on this bathroom window. And so we want to point that out. You see the fogginess there. That's the bathroom. We continue on. I'm making fondue gymnastics works to keep up with me. We got another hallway closet. We come in here, same thing. No ceiling light. Wall switch powers 2 top wall outlets for lamp lighting. What I pointed out here is that this window is difficult to open. In fact, that's about as far as I can get it to open. So I'm just going to point out that the window, though operational, is a little bit difficult to open. Everything in here was good. I'm checking smoke alarms in all the bedrooms, which they have, but they're older. So I'm going to recommend that they be changed since they're more than 10 years old. We continue right on here. We talked about the outside, and that concludes our very brief tour of a condo. Again, my name is Ted Koltes. My phone number is 763-843-4694. Give me a call with any questions. Schedule your inspection. Thank you very much for watching this, and have a great day, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Oh, also, if you had any questions about this, you want to comment, I love your comments. Send us your comments. What did you think about it? Was there anything that was left out that you might want me to talk more about? Thank you for watching. We'll communicate again soon. Bye now.